Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your online session. Good morning, very good morning. Yes. Um, are you are you able to see the screen? What is there on your screen now? Very good. Yes. 11:40. First lesson what happened? After writing all question answers you can write. Do you all started writing question answers? Very good. I want everyone should write all question answers and keep it ready. Two lessons. We have discussed about two lessons. Am I right? Yes, good. Okay, keep one page blank for spellings. I'll send some of spellings, okay, of lessons. Yes. Yes. Today let us begin with uh, fiber to fabric lesson. That is your third lesson. As you all know that from first chapter, that is food and its sources, we have completed two units, that is food and its sources, and second unit, that is components of food. Now in the second unit, that is material we use, in that we are going to study third lesson, that is fiber to fabric. Yes. So yesterday we have discussed something about introductory part of fiber to fabric. Am I clear, students? Okay. So if anybody is having doubt of yesterday's session, you can ask without hesitation. Today we will start with the main concept of this lesson. Okay. So as you all know that we have seen what is mean by fiber. Fiber is nothing but thin thread like a strands which will form fabrics. Right? Here I'll show you one more picture to make you clearly understand that what is mean by fiber or the fabric. Okay. Now here I have shown some kind of fabric here. Okay. So before weaving this fabric, we will be having thin strands. You are observing this thin strands. Can you see that thin strands? That thin strands are nothing but fiber. Okay. And these fibers, when we twist it, when we make it roll on, then we will get yarn. What we will get? Yarn. This is called yarn. Next, using this yarn, we can make fabric. This is what? Fabric. So understood what is meant by fiber, yarn and fabric? Okay. So next one, here I have kept one activity for you all. Okay. One second. Okay, here I have shown one activity for you. So that activity is based on fiber or the fabric. I want you all should understand very well what is meant by fiber or fabric. What is the difference between fiber and fabrics? Here take a look of reality of fabrics. Select a piece of cotton fabric. This is what cotton fabric. After this session, you all should try by doing this activity. Understood? Okay. So select a piece of cotton fabric. Here I have taken one cotton fabric and just loose the thread or yarn at the end of edges and pull it out. Here you can pull out the yarn which is there in this fabric, right? Take one cotton cloth like this, then at the end of this cloth just loose the yarn and just try to pull it out, and you will be getting the thread that is called yarn. This is called yarn, right? Next what you have to do is take out yarn from piece of cotton fabric. Here you have taken yarn from that piece of cotton, then place it on a table, right? Then after that press one end of the yarn with your thumb. Here at the one end of the hand, you should keep your thumb tightly, or you have to press it at the one end of that yarn. Here you are pressing. Next, scratch the other end of the yarn along its length with your nail. Here you'll start scratching that yarn. Just rub it on the table. Scratch it. So what you'll observe now? You will observe that there are some very thin strands at the end of that yarn. So now you can easily understand how these fabrics are made. So fabrics are made with the help of thin strands. That thin strands are nothing but fiber. When they are twisted and rolled on, you will get yarn, and after that you will be getting fabric when you weave it. Understood how to find out yarn or the fibers or the strands? Anybody is having doubt in this activity? Will you try this, students? Okay. Anybody is having doubt in this activity? Okay, I'll show you pictures once again. Here you can see. Take cotton cloth, pull out one yarn, then keep one thumb at one end and other end you scratch it. You will observe that yarn will give you thin strands at one end. Will you try this activity, students? Okay. Now we will move to next concept, that is classification of fiber. Yesterday we discussed this, right? So there are many types of fiber, that is natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Under natural fibers, we have plant fibers and animal fibers. Okay. So in natural fibers, again there are how many types? How many types, students? Two types. They are fibers of, under natural fiber I am talking, students, that is, yes, natural and synthetic fibers, they are main fibers. And again, when we talk about natural fibers, we have two types, that is fiber of plant and fibers of animals, right? And again, under plant fibers, we have examples like cotton fiber, jute fiber. And under fiber of animals, we have wool fiber and silk fiber. Can you remember this all, students? Very good. Okay. So which are the natural fiber here? Fiber of plants, fiber of animals. Very good. And again fiber of plants, there are many examples like cotton and jute. And fiber of animals, examples wool and silk. So when we talk about synthetic fibers, again here also we have some examples like nylon, polyesters, chiffon, rayon, so many are there, right? So we will study one by one these all fibers. And in this slide, we will begin with the natural fiber. So what is this natural fiber, students? Here you can see. Natural fiber is a term used to refer to the fibers that are obtained from or produced by animals and plants. So natural fibers are nothing but they are the fibers which are extracted by plants and the animals. Such a fibers are known as what? Natural fibers. Understood, students? What is meant by natural fibers? Yes, we will see which are those natural fibers. First is plant fiber. So under plant fiber, we have variety of fiber. From plant, we can take many kind of fibers. They are classified into different categories depending on the parts of plant. You all know that plant is having many parts like fruit part, stem part, leaf part, yes, flower part. There are many parts in the plant. So by using that parts of plant, we have extracted many kinds of fibers. Let us have a look on that, which those part will give us fibers. See here. First is fruit fibers. So from plant fiber, we got one category. Which is that category? That is fruit fiber. Why we call it as a fruit fiber? Because these fibers are obtained from the fruits of the plant. That is why these fibers are called as fruit fiber. So what is mean by fruit fiber, students? Can you repeat it? Yes? These fibers are obtained from the fruit of the plants. Very good. And next one is bast fiber. What is mean by bast fiber? These fibers are obtained from the stems of plants. Very good. Yes. These fibers are obtained from the stem of the plant. So that is why these fibers are called as bast fibers. Next one is leaf fibers. Leaf fiber is nothing but the fiber which we obtain from the leaves, which are very rough and sturdy. Whichever the plant is having hard or the rough leaf, by using that rough leaf or the hard leaf, we can easily extract fiber from that leaf. Right? Next is seed fibers. So seed fiber is nothing but the fibers which we obtain from the seed or the seed cases of plant. The name only suggests you what is meant by seed fibers or the fruit fibers or leaf fibers. The name only suggesting you that fibers we are getting from that particular fibers. Next is stalk fibers. What is meant by stalk fibers? These are actually obtained from the stalk of the plant. For example, you have seen that wheat, rice, barley, there are stalks which are present in these kinds of plants. By using that straw, we can easily obtain the fiber. Everyone got which are the plant fibers? Students, can you able to hear my voice? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here you can see the plant fiber. Plant fibers are those such as fruit fiber, bast fiber, leaf fiber, seed fiber and stalk fiber. Till here, anybody is having doubt? No, ma'am. Okay. Next fiber is Next natural fiber is animal fiber. So animal fiber is also the very important, and it will also come under the natural fiber, such as wool and silk. This wool and silk we obtain from the animals, right? So these all we are going to study in next slide. How we get these leaf fibers, or how we get this wool or silk. Understood about the natural fiber, students? Okay. Let us start with one by one the natural fiber, that is plant fiber. Before that, I want to show you some of the pictures of plant fiber. Here you can see this is fruit fiber from banana plant. We can take fiber. Here you can see this is what leaf. By this leaf we can take fiber, and this is coconut fiber, right? Coconut, you all know that it is a fruit, so we are getting fruit fiber. Here this is coconut fiber, sorry, fruit fiber. And here this is stem. Here you can see this is stem. By this stem we are getting fiber. And here also you can see some of leaf fibers, right? And last one is seed fiber. Here you can see in this seeds are present. Here you can see, right? So these are some examples of fruit fiber, leaf fiber, stalk fiber, and seed fiber. Understood, students? Just look at the pictures, how it looks. And fruit fiber is not there. Yes, it is there. This is C, coconut fiber. From coconut shell, we can obtain fruit fiber. Shall we move to next? Yes, ma'am. Yes. First natural fiber we will begin with, that is cotton. So cotton is a plant fiber or animal fiber? Who will tell me? Yes, very good. Cotton we get from plant fiber. So, yes, very good. So, let us study in detail about cotton. How we get cotton, what is process of getting this cotton, how we make fabric with the help of this cotton, right? Here you can see the picture of cotton plant. Are you able to see that picture of cotton plant? Yes, ma'am. Yes, very good. Here you can see the ball of cotton, and these are cotton plant. So here cotton is the world's most popular fiber. Why? Because yes, it will obtain from cotton plants. There are many advantages for this cotton. That is why this cotton is the world's most popular plant, or we can say the plant fiber. And this cotton we obtain from the cotton plant. You can observe on the screen how this cotton plant looks like. And this cotton plant will come under the category of shrub. Cotton plant will come under which category? That is shrub. Very good. Yes. Next, this cotton plant requires warm climate. Which kind of climate? Warm climate, and it will grow in the place where it having black soil. Remember, students, cotton is usually grown at the place where it is having black soil. That field should contain black soil, and that atmosphere should be warm climate. Yes. Next, the fruit of cotton plant. Here you can see the fruit of cotton plant, or we can call it as a cotton balls. They are nearly of lemon size. Right? And when these cotton balls get matured, it will burst and it will give us fluffy, soft cotton. Here you can see white color. Okay, when it get matured, then it will burst and it will give us fluffy and soft cotton fiber, which are usually covered with the seeds. There are many seeds present in this cotton, and that cotton which is there in this cotton plant, they can be easily picked by hand. Understood till here, students? Anybody is having doubt? Yes. So these cotton plant bear fruits. That fruits are called as cotton balls. When they ripen, when they mature, they will burst, exposing cotton fiber, and that cotton fiber is completely covered by seeds. And here we will study some steps how we make fabric using these cotton balls. Will you wear these cotton balls directly, or will you use these cotton balls directly for your daily purposes? No. If we want cotton in the form of fabric, yes, if we want cotton in the form of fabric, there are some procedures. So in order to study that procedures, here I have shown some steps how we can take that cotton fabric. And before that, let me repeat here. This is what cotton plant, and this cotton plant will be grown in the field where it is having black soil, and that black soil, even it contains warm climate. When it get matured, when it ripen, it will be burst, giving soft fluffy white cotton with the seeds, right? Next is these fibers are used to make yarn by the following steps. First step, that is picking up of cotton from the plant. Are you able to see how that people are picking the cotton from the plant? One second. Yes, first step is picking. So what is meant by this picking? This process involves hand picking of cotton fiber from the ripe cotton balls. And earlier it was done by hands, but nowadays these cottons are picked, or it has been taken with the help of machine. Next step is ginning. What is the next step? Ginning. Or yes. What is this ginning process? What is mean by this ginning of cotton? This ginning of cotton in Okay, this process involves separation of cotton fiber from the seeds. As you all know that I have said these cotton balls containing many seeds. This cotton is fully covered by seeds. So, in order to get that cotton fibers, we make separation of seeds from that cotton fiber. So, separation of seed from this cotton fiber is nothing but ginning. Understood what is meant by ginning? Ginning is nothing but separation of seeds from the cotton fiber. Earlier, it was done with the help of comb. Here you can see comb. This is comb. With the help of this comb, that seeds were separated from the cotton fiber, and this cotton fiber was next used in next process. And even in previous days, it was separated with the help of hands also. Here you can see hands, how they are separating. These are seeds and this is complete pure cotton fiber. So in this way, ginning was carried out in earlier days. But nowadays, the advanced technique is used in separating seeds from the cotton fiber, right? So this is all about ginning process. Next step is spinning. What is mean by this spinning? Spinning is nothing but process of making yarn. We got fiber here. This is fiber. So with the help of that fiber, we are going to make yarn. That process we call it as a spinning. Here you can see how that fibers are taken and spinned with the help of machine. These fibers are twisted, rolled out to make a yarn. And earlier days it was made with the help of thakli and chakra. Okay, spinning was done in earlier days with the help of hand or with the help of thakli or with the help of chakra. But nowadays you can see that there is a large scale machine. With the help of that machine, spinning can be easily done. Understood, students? How we can make yarn with a raw cotton?
Yes, but the process of creating apple.
Yes? Yes, anybody is having doubt in this process of making cotton fabric?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, shall we move to next? Okay, let me repeat this process once again. First step is we gonna pick this all cotton balls from the cotton field with the help of hand or with the help of machine. Next is, as you all know that these cotton balls are consisting of many seeds. They are separated with the help of machines, but in earlier days it was separated with the help of comb or the hand. So that separation of seed by this cotton fiber is called as a ginning. Next is spinning. Spinning is nothing but process of making yarn with the help of that fiber by using machines in a large scale. That process we call it as a spinning. Next is properties of cotton. So when you get this cotton fabric, there are some properties associated with it. So which are those properties? First one, comfortable to wear. So when you wear cotton clothes, is it comfortable or uncomfortable to you all students? Can you answer me this? Yes?
Comfortable.
Very good. It is very comfortable. And in summer season, mostly many people used to wear cotton fabrics because it is very comfortable. Next is natural cellulosic fiber. We get this fiber or the fabric from nature. It is naturally prepared fabric. Next one is made from cotton ball. You have seen that cotton ball. Next one is absorb water and breathes. Uh, Sometimes you might be using cotton because it will absorb water completely as compared to other fabric. And in case when your body will start sweat, it will be also completely absorbed by cotton fabric and it will evaporate and it keeps your body cool. That is why cotton clothes are made to wear in a hot and humid climate. Next properties, it will dry very slowly. Cotton, one disadvantage is it will dry very slowly. Next one is resist static electricity build up. What it means? Static electricity buildup means what? It will not catch shock or any electricity easily. Next one is wrinkleless easily. There will be not getting of any wrinkle in this kind of cotton fabric. It will maintain lot. Next one is it can withstand heat, detergents and bleach. So this is all about what? Cotton. Anybody is having doubts, students, still here about cotton? Yes? Okay.